The long-running inquiry into the contaminated blood scandal of the 70s and 80s will hear closing statements later today.
It's been called the biggest treatment disaster in NHS history, with 30,000 people thought to have been infected with HIV or hepatitis C. Our health correspondent Jim Reid has more.
Nobody in the Threakall household ever dreamt they could be affected by AIDS.
In 1991, the BBC broadcast this landmark documentary about the AIDS crisis.
I had a blood test which the hospital confirmed was HIV.
Bob Threakall was infected after being given a contaminated drug for the blood disorder Hemophilia.
You know, you see things on television. It's so far removed from everything you know. You don't even consider that you could be part of anything like that, but you can.
Now a retired teacher, Sue has spent decades trying to find out what happened and what was known about the risks.
Over that time we have battled MPs, various parliamentarians, civil servants, the medical profession, the pharmaceutical company. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Those are on Croy.
Bob died just months after that programme was filmed.
So that would have been about 87, 88?
Yeah, about 87.
He was one of thousands infected with HIV or hepatitis after taking drugs imported from abroad or being given a transfusion.
It's just sad, isn't it? Because it's this life that I was living perfectly happily, and then it went, everything went.
Long-running protests eventually led to a government apology and the launch of a full public inquiry.
I would like to say sorry on behalf of the government for something that should not have happened.
Since 2018,
I swear by Almighty God,
Prime Ministers and Health Secretaries have all been questioned under oath.
It became more and more real and more scary.
And those directly affected, including Sue, have been given the chance to have their say.
We're fed up with hearing people say how sorry they are.
Later today, the last witness will take the stand, with a final report expected in the summer.
I would like the truth out there. I'd like to know that proper measures are put in place to make sure that this can't happen again. It was cataclysmic, you know, and it just ripped families apart, including mine.
Late last year, the first compensation payments were made to some of those affected. After 40 years, though, many families are still hoping for answers as this long-running public inquiry draws to a close. Jim Reid, BBC News.